Hi everyone, thank you so much for 50,000 subscribers. I'm so grateful for all of the support I've had since I started the channel and I can't wait to see what the future brings. To celebrate reaching 50,000 subscribers, I've decided to do a question and answer video so you can all get to know me a bit better. All of the questions I've received have been from the members of my Discord server, so if you'd like to get more involved in the community then feel free to join. The link can be found in the description box below if you're interested. So without further ado, let's get started with the questions. The first question I received, which was quite a common one, is when did I start playing Minecraft? I've been playing Minecraft on and off for around 10 to 11 years. I've mainly played Java, but I also played Bedrock on the Xbox 360 and Pocket Edition when they first came out. The next question is where, when and why did you learn building? When I first started playing Minecraft, building was always something that I enjoyed and wanted to get better at. I loved to see all of the different things that it was possible to build in Minecraft, and I wanted to be able to do that myself. Because of this, I spent a lot of time practicing how to build different structures and watched a lot of YouTube videos of other people building so I could learn all of the techniques. Why did you start YouTube? Ever since I started playing Minecraft, I always wanted to be part of the YouTube community, but I never had the chance due to school, work and other responsibilities. Last year, I found that I had a lot more free time as I was working from home, so that allowed me to be able to start my channel and start making how to build tutorials, which I'm so glad that you all enjoy. Who inspired you to start your career as a content creator, and why is that so? I was first introduced to the Minecraft YouTube community through watching the Yogscast. I absolutely loved the content and hoped that one day I'd be able to do something like that too. Other creators who really inspired me were Fire UK and Keralis, who constantly amaze me with their incredible builds. What or who gave you inspiration to do such amazing builds? First of all, thank you for liking my builds. Like I just mentioned, Keralis and Fire UK were a huge inspiration to me when I first started playing. More recently, I'm really inspired by creators like Mythical Sausage, Blue Nerd and Good Times with Scar, who I think are brilliant. What's your best source of inspiration and how do you transform it? A lot of the time, the builds I create are purely from my imagination. I picture what I want to build in my mind and work from there. I also get some inspiration from drawings that I've seen online, structures in real life, and also builds from other games, such as The Elder Scrolls. Which Minecraft YouTubers do you personally watch, and which do you feel all aspiring Minecrafters should watch to get tips from? I enjoy watching several of the members of Hermitcraft, such as Iskal, Mumbo, Impulse, Scar, and Ixuma, to name a few. I also watch Mythical Sausage, Blue Nerd, Wattles and Logical Geek Boy, who I think are all fantastic. I think that aspiring Minecrafters would learn a lot from Wattles by watching his survival guide series. It certainly taught me a lot. For aspiring content creators, I learnt a lot from OMG Craft and Pixel Riffs, who provide really great tutorials. On average, how long does a build take? From the conception of the idea to choosing the materials to the actual build itself. Mostly I try to spend 2 to 3 days creating my build so I can be as consistent with my uploads as I can for you all. More often than not, I decide on the materials as I go. I don't start with a palette, I just use what feels right. This can sometimes take longer though, depending on the size of the build. For example, my underground bunker took me over a week to design and finalise. What's your favourite build that you've done on your YouTube channel? My favourite build that I've done is definitely my underground bunker. I put a lot of time and effort into creating it and I'm really happy with how it turned out. What's your favourite building genre? I'd say that my favourite building genre is medieval. I find it very easy to build in this style and I always love how they turn out. Are you thinking about starting live streaming? Live streaming isn't something that I'm considering at the moment, simply because I'd like to focus on growing my channel and making tutorials for you all. I may consider it in the future though if people would be interested in seeing that and if I have the time. How do you overcome creative blockages and continue to be inspired for new builds? When I'm struggling for inspiration or finding it hard to come up with ideas, I'll usually take a break and do something else that isn't Minecraft related, like play another game, watch TV or go for a walk. That usually helps me to clear my head and think up new ideas that I can use in my builds. Do you have plans for a survival series? If enough people wanted me to do a survival series, then I'd probably consider it. If I was to do a survival series, I'd still release tutorial videos in between each episode, just like I'm doing with the Let's Build series at the moment. Do you plan to make any other content other than building in Minecraft? Like I just mentioned, I'd be up for starting a survival series if enough people wanted to see that, but this channel would be kept as Minecraft content only. Will you make more modern house tutorials? Yeah, I can definitely make more modern house tutorials if that's what you want to see. What's your favourite mod and why? My favourite mod is definitely the replay mod. It really changed the game for recording Minecraft content and makes creating cinematics and time lapses so easy. I couldn't make videos without it. What's the meaning of your name, Spudetti? The truth is, it's just a silly name that my brother and I came up with about 10 years ago when we first made the Minecraft account. I decided to use it for my YouTube channel because it stands out and there were no other channels with a name that even came close to it. Also, it's so silly that I'm sure many people do a double take when they read it, which makes it stick in their head. Where are you from? I'm from the northwest of England. What else do you enjoy doing outside of Minecraft? I enjoy playing other games, mostly survival games as I enjoy those the most. Some of my favourites are 7 Days to Die, Subsistence and Subnautica. I've also been playing Animal Crossing recently too. Other than that, I enjoy going for walks or out to a nice pub for food and drinks. How are you able to always be busy with work and YouTube but not be overworked? I try to do a set amount each day without overwhelming myself. If I start to feel overwhelmed or drained, then I take a break so I don't overdo it. Sometimes if I have a lot on, then I'll spread out my work further, which is why sometimes there might be a bigger gap in between videos than usual. Do you have any pets? Yes, I have 2 beautiful cats called Luna and Bo, who are both rescue cats. I'm sure many of you don't know this, but I absolutely adore cats. How exactly do you take care of yourself physically? Do you go to the gym or just do workouts at home? Because I spend most of my time sat at my desk, I try to go to the gym a few times a week, and I also try to walk to places too instead of driving there. Something I'm always curious about, is making videos something you do full time? No, I have a job as well as making videos. As I'm now working from home because of the pandemic, it meant that I wasn't spending hours commuting to and from work every day, which freed up a lot of time for me and made it possible to start producing content. As we know, you work a lot on your YouTube and your Discord. How do you balance your YouTube with your personal life, and do you have any tips? I split my workload up over the week, so I do a bit each day and try to keep the evenings free to relax, play games or spend time with family and friends. I think it's important to make sure that you still have time for yourself and don't get overwhelmed or stressed out. It's always good to take a breather sometimes. What were you doing before you started creating videos? Before I started making videos, I was working a full-time office job. I'm still working that same job, but now I work from home and it's made things a lot easier. Do you know any other languages? No, unfortunately I only speak English. I did learn a bit of French and Spanish in school, but I can only remember the basics now. Tea or coffee? This is a tough one. I think I'll have to go with tea. I do love coffee, but there's only so much you can drink in a day without feeling weird, whereas with tea, you can drink 5 cups in a row and still feel great. If you could tell any aspiring YouTuber anything, what would it be? The best advice I can give is to just get started. Don't spend too much time overthinking everything before you begin. Once you've started posting videos, you'll be able to see what works and what doesn't. I also think it's really important to engage with the community and listen to the feedback and requests from your subscribers and anyone else who has watched your videos. It really helps. And finally, not many people seem to have asked this, but how are you? I hope you're doing okay. I'm doing well, thank you for asking. I'm really grateful for all of you and I hope you're also doing well and have enjoyed this Q&A video. I thought I'd try something different for you all, so I hope you've enjoyed this video and the time-lapse that I showed in the background. Now, to finish off the video, and as another way of saying thank you to you all, I'm going to show some of the screenshots that you've sent me of my builds that you've added to your own worlds. I hope you enjoy.